What is up, base crew? Welcome back to the show. It is your boy Lex Money. In today's video, I think we need to buy Aerodrome. Alrighty guys, I think now is the time where we need to start to think about what altcoins we do want to accumulate before April, okay? Now, I've told many of you guys that my expectation is that late March to early/mid-April, we should start to see bottoms being confirmed. And with that being said, we need to make sure that our portfolio is balanced accordingly. Now, it's been a little while since I did an Aerodrome video, guys. However, I had to wait and see where Aerodrome would potentially form a base. Now, currently only at $400 million market cap, which is insanely undervalued, guys. I'm going to show you some stuff in a minute and you're going to understand that. But if you haven't read up on Aerodrome, if you don't know the intrinsic value behind Aerodrome, then you need to do that. You need to catch up, because the majority of us watching the video right now, we understand that a market cap of 418 million makes no sense for Aerodrome. Now, I do think base season is going to be coming back, guys, and currently, the transaction fee is 0.0014 cents. And for just $1, you can do over 700 transactions on base. I still use native ETH. And, you know, if I'm sending from my ledger, maybe it might cost between $2 and $5 right now, considering that no one is using the network. Every week, they're increasing base's capacity and lowering costs so that builders can keep building, and that is what is going to expand the ecosystem. But again, that's another reason why we all were in base, right? It was number one, the utility projects behind it. Number two, the fact that we can get all of this stuff very cheap, very fast, very seamless. Now, Chainlink, one of my favorite projects, regardless of this cycle, last cycle, just overall, a great project bridging off-chain to on-chain. Now, Aerodrome partnered with HackBG to further automate decentralized weekly protocol operations. And basically, I'm not going to bore you guys with it, but the gist of it is that the distributions are now both automated and decentralized. So in the coming months, everything from historical price oracle record to relay automation will be handled trustlessly by Chainlink keepers. Keep building. Bang, very bullish. Now, for all of you guys wondering why 400 million doesn't make sense for Aerodrome, look at Slipstream versus the global Uniswap V4. I know a lot of us, we don't really use Uniswap like we once did. Who was here for the OG Uniswap days, guys? I was here. If you were here, let me know in the comments right now. I know a lot of you guys would have been. But Uni Volume 4 launched 53 days ago. Here's how they've stacked up against Slipstream. 2.4 billion. 31.9 billion for Slipstream, okay? 93% of all activity right there. Slipstream also led the way and accounted for 8 of the top 10 pools across all ecosystems in comparison to Uniswap Volume 4. No matter where it competes, Slipstream continues to dominate, okay? Know what you're investing into. So with that being said, I mean, we look at the Aerodrome price and we are back down to where we were this time about, what, 9 months ago, guys. And during this move here, I want to remind all of you guys, during this mega move, all the way from 40 cents, right, at the low, even at 50 cents, let's say 50 cents, all the way up here, everybody was saying, hey, Lex, should I buy now? Should I buy now? Should I buy now? Right? And we said we were keeping the, and we said we didn't want to buy over $1 for Aerodrome, okay? And I'm glad that we did that, because if you're one of these people who FOMO'd in at $2, you probably look at Aerodrome and you think, this is a rubbish project. However, the rest of us can see that we're now forming some sort of macro triple bottom for Aerodrome. And it's great to see the reduced sell pressure on the daily over the past like week to 2 weeks, okay? Well, this is actually nearly a month. If we go and measure that, we can see here, if we say that was basically the bottom, it's been 17 days, nearly 18 days of reduced selling pressure. And we are now in that zone that we were picking up Aerodrome again, end of last year. So 42 cents, 51 cents, coming up to a point of breakout. This potentially, the reason I haven't done the trend line from here and then downwards is because I just think this might have been maybe a potential like blow off top type thing where the price just overextended, and this could be the true range. So if we do say this is the true range, and again all up to interpretation, then we should be due a breakout between April to mid-April, right? as we've been saying, for the altcoins that we've been looking at. And again, you've got the 100 M8 at 85 cents. So you want to be getting in before we do start to have these breakouts to the upside. Now, when you come to the total 3, please hold. Please hold, okay? Because if we can hold, then these may be the first few daily candles that do confirm the fact that we are having a breakout for our altcoins. Again, we need confirmations on the weekly and the monthly. So before we do get ahead of ourselves, guys, and we start to say, right, we're definitely broken out, look at this, okay? That monthly candle gives you a much different picture than what the daily candle does, okay? However, I do think in this case, probably the weekly is the best one to look at, right? So if we can hold these 3 green candles going into next week, which can be the first week of April, maybe we break out and then have the first week of April as a retest of this breakout zone. That's going to be absolutely fine. And again, we'll look back at these times and we're going to go, I wish that I bought at these prices. Now, it's not only Aerodrome that I'm looking at for early April, guys. We've got a couple more projects that we're looking to accumulate. And again, we're looking at utility projects that are building on base. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys would have seen this, okay? Ample Protocol. We've been speaking to the team about Ample Protocol, and the project seems super promising, guys. So, cross-chain protocol building tokenized IP rails on base, and they're actually bridging from their protocol onto base. So they want to launch and distribute IP and transmedia. Okay, so this is coming out very, very soon. It's not one of these projects that say, hey, we're going to be launching something, and then they launch in, you know, the end of the ball run. Now, why is it important that we do look at Ample Protocol on base? Number one, we already said the base ecosystem is looking like it is ready for a recovery, and I do think the strongest projects are going to be the ones that are here to stay and that do take the most market share. Now, intellectual property is a $61 trillion market, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to capture some of that market share, guys, which is super bullish. They're building a revolutionary cross-chain protocol to distribute, track, and monetize IP assets across global markets, which is massive. After speaking with the founders, I mean, the partners they've got is actually insane as well. So we all need to make sure that, like, we're following them and we keep an eye on the launch, guys, because you see in a list of big partners here, and look, even big listing offers from people like MEXC, okay, Ascendex as well. MEXC being a tier 1 exchange this early on is super bullish for the project, guys. And to be honest, it's going to be one of the base ecosystem coins, guys, that I do keep up to date with going into April. So that's just a little bit of alpha from me to you. And then lastly, I just wanted to say to all of you guys, right, if you want to be making extra ETH, Pokpok is the way. Now, I know a lot of you guys have already seen me speak about Pokpok. Have any of you guys minted any chickies? Because currently, trading volume 15 million, and the highest profit trade is 14K. Okay, the average profitable trade is around $100. So you can start really cheap. This used to be like $40 entry. It actually used to be more than 40. It used to be like $100 entry. They've now got it down to $20 entry, where you could be making something like $90 from that $20 if your Pokpok is profitable. And you're going to see here, guys, one that I did mint last month now has produced around 228 peg. Again, the more profitable, the more peg you're going to produce, and then you can just sell that for USD. So currently the staking is 3K staking rewards. But that's it, guys. We do need to see how the total 3 does hold up over the coming days and week. If we can start to print outside of this range, it's going to be fantastic. If Aerodrome can just trickle across into the apex, then maybe the first to second week of April is going to be super bullish. You guys let me know what you think. If you made it this far, let me know which base coins you want me to cover in the next video. Take care. Peace.